Okay. Okay, Chen, can you see the paper?
Affirm, sir. I can see the paper.
Okay, you can start transmitting. Do it.
Question 1 Alpha, Kolkata Radio, Victor Tango, Lima Oscar Tango on secondary 8898 stand 2 pre-flight cell call check. Alpha Charlie Foxtrot Golf. Kolkata Radio, Victor Tango, Lima Oscar Tango.
Victor Tango Lima Oscar Tango. Kolkata Radio.
Kolkata Radio, Victor Tango, Lima Oscar Tango on secondary 8898 stand 2 pre-flight cell call check. Alpha Charlie Foxtrot Golf.
Is this how you carry out the check completely? Are you not missing anything? Go to next question. If you don't ask the ATC to check cell call, they will not check cell call. This is where the word or phrase of check comes in handy. You finish saying pre-flight cell call check and then you say check cell call, Alpha Charlie Foxtrot Golf. Only when you instruct them to check cell call will they check the cell call for you. Only then you will be able to see the cockpit indications. You're just saying you're doing cell call check, but you're not completing the cell call check and still you're expecting ATC to reply. Everything else is perfect, but you didn't give an instruction. ATC will give you dead air and you'll keep raising the station again and you'll assume it's RCF. The whole question will go downhill from there. But you're missing out the instruction that you will give to the other person, that is to check a particular thing.
Roger, sir.
You're told to go to the next question. Please continue, and this is the last instruction I'm giving you. Please resume from 1 Bravo.
Question 1 Bravo, Kolkata ground, Victor Tango, Lima Oscar Tango, 121 decimal niner on taxiway Echo 1, got informed passenger acting violent, request, taxi, back to apron. Kolkata,
Go to next question.
question 2, port player, radio, Victor Tango, Lima, Oscar, Tango, time 1020.
Sorry to interrupt, but how many FIRs are there in India?
So there are 4 FIRs.
Mm-hmm. Is Port Blair Radio one of them?
Port Blair radio comes under Chennai FIR. So
Port Blair Radio.
no, Port Blair no. It comes under Chennai radio and
So,
Chennai FIR.
so you made your own private radio station there, FIC. Who are you calling?
Negative, disregard, Chennai
If you know the
radio.
correct answer, why are you calling the wrong ATC? Is it my exam or is it your exam? Why am I feeling that it's my exam?
Sorry, some just made the mistake.
But you told me you'll not make the mistakes. This is again the same mistake. How difficult is it to realize it's not Port Blair Radio? I mean, when you're saying Port Blair Radio, you should make out something is wrong. Port Blair Radio? What are you thinking when you're giving answers?
So I forgot to double check the addressing portion. Whom, which ATC?
What's the point of instructions when you're not going to follow them?
So I'll try to rectify this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make the call again?
Mm-hmm. क्या फायदा अगर गलती पे गलती करोगे तो क्या फायदा फिर कितना टाइम चाहिए और फिर तो तुम और टाइम मांगोगे और अटेम्प्ट्स मांगोगे फिर इफ यू वांट टू गो दैट वे आई डोंट माइंड आई विल बी देयर ट्रेनिंग यू वैसे तो कोई भी क्लियर कर सकता है फिर व्हाट्स द यूएसपी व्हाट्स द एक्स फैक्टर व्हाट्स द बेनिफिट ऑफ डूइंग सच हार्ड वर्क attending core lectures continuing training over a long span of time हैविंग टाइम इन हैंड। कई बार तैयारी इसलिए कम रह जाती है बिकॉज टाइम कम मिलता है, एग्जाम जल्दी आ जाती है, प्रैक्टिस नहीं करने मिलता। आपके तो वो भी इशू नहीं है। प्लीज फिनिश।
Chennai Radio, Victor Tango, Lima, Oscar, Tango, time 1020, departure report, Victor Tango, Lima, Oscar, Tango, overhead lyric, route Papa 628, radial 310, estimating Vatila 1135, estimating Kolkata, Chennai, FIR, boundary 1140, ETA, port player 1150.
Go to next question।
So the question paper is not visible.
स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं लेके रखा ना?
Yes, sir. If the map open, that's why. So I put down the information here.
But you didn't take a screenshot, right?
No, sir, I didn't take the screenshot.
You missed that instruction also. The moment you get the paper, you're told to take a picture of the paper. Remember these things.
So I'm taking one right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Question 3. Kolkata control.
Don't you think you're taking too long to say one thing that is Kolkata control? It was instructed last time that if it's one meaning, multiple words, phrases, letters meaning one meaning should be said in continuity. So Kolkata, and then pause, and then control. Do you think it's a good start for a call? Do you not
Mm,
remember the technique given to it that first you write and then you speak? Kolkata control should be spoken very fast. You're saying as if Kolkata is different, control is different. These little things will impact and are impacting your call. What are you thinking of RT as? It's quick and crisp communication with ATC using the phraseology. Is it quick? Is it crisp?
Negative.
Then what's the point?
So I was writing it down before speaking, so I was taking time.
I've told you, I've showed you the other day. Lick the first two words and then start reading it. First write and then read. You said both things together, Kolkata, and you're finishing Kolkata, and then there's a big gap. Why is that gap before you're saying ground? Why are you taking 5 to 7 seconds just to say Kolkata ground? Why? अगर एक कॉल साइन में आप 7 सेकंड्स ले रहे हो तो पूरे कॉल में कितना टाइम लोगे आप? अंडरस्टैंड कोलकाता ग्राउंड, कोलकाता ग्राउंड, इतना टाइम काफी है आपको, शॉर्ट कोट्स दिए लिखने के लिए सारे।
No, just
सब चीजें सिखाई हुई है, पिछले सेशन में जितना सिखाया है उस पर मेरे को लग नहीं रहा किसी ने काम किया। अब जो चीजें हैं उन पे काम नहीं करोगे तो जहाँ हो वहां रह जाओगे, आपको रिजल्ट्स में चेंजेस कैसे मिलेंगे? प्लीज कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम कोलकाता ग्राउंड क्विक।
disregard. Kolkata control. Victor Tango, Lima, Oscar Tango. On 132 decimal 45. Position 10 nautical mile outbound. Isman. Route Alpha 465. Radial 177. Received bad weather warning over Larrick. Would like to turn right for 15 nautical mile at 10 nautical mile. Would like to climb 300 feet and fly parallel on deviated track. Request weather deviation. Kolkata
Go to next question. The weather deviation call was good, but you didn't mention duration.
Rogers,
एंड
sir.
आप लैरिक के पहले ही अगर राइट ले लोगे तो यू आर गोइंग ऑन द अदर साइड. व्हाट्स योर प्लान फॉर रिजॉइनिंग पापा 6 to 8? आइडियली स्मॉन से अगर आपको पापा 6 to 8 ज्वाइन करना और लैरिक खराब है तो आप एक लेफ्ट टर्न ले सकते हो और डायरेक्ट पापा 6 to 8 को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो 70 nautical miles फ्रॉम लैरिक.
Rogers,
डू
sir.
यू थिंक दैट्स अ बेटर वे, क्विकर वे?
Affirm,
आप
sir.
आप राइट
Absolutely.
आप राइट में जा रहे हो एंड वहाँ अंदर जा रहे हो तो फिर लैरिक के ऊपर से तो ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाओगे, तो आपको लैरिक को ओवरशूट करके घुमा के वहीं कहीं आपको वापस ज्वाइन करना होगा. या वाइजैक से आप ओरारा जाके ओरारा से पापा 6 to 8 ले सकते हो, या मे बी आप वाइजैक से November 877 लेके सदाप लेके जा सकते हो. सो यू नीड टू हैव अ प्लान कि मैं डेविएट कर रहा हूँ. ये जो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन प्रोसीजर आपने लिया है वो स्ट्रेट रूट्स के लिए लिया है. ये आगे हमारी रूट टर्न ले रही है, स्ट्रेट नहीं जा रही है. अगर आप वाइजैक जा रहे होते, राजामुंद्री जा रहे होते, विजयवाड़ा जा रहे होते तो आपका लेफ्ट टर्न चल जाता. जैसे लैरिक चला गया कुछ किलोमीटर नॉटिकल माइल्स बिहाइंड यू, यू विल टेक अ लेफ्ट टर्न एंड रिजॉइन द रूट. मे बी यू कैन रिजॉइन ओवर विशाखापट्टनम, बट यू आर नॉट गोइंग इन अ स्ट्रेट रूट, यू आर गोइंग पापा 6 to 8. अभी एक चीज अच्छी की कि आपने 90% वेदर डेविएशन कॉल अच्छा लिया है, रेट ऑफ स्पीच पे ध्यान दिया. इसी यू कैन डू इट, यू आर डूइंग इट, आई एम सेइंग द सेम थिंग्स. ड्यूरेशन मिस कर दिया और
Yes, sir.
लॉजिकली ये सही डेविएशन नहीं था. पॉइंट्स तो अच्छे मिल जाएंगे बट पूरे नहीं मिलेंगे. बट ड्यूरेशन मेंशन करना है, एटीसी को बोलना है 10 मिनट लगेंगे, 15 मिनट लगेंगे. क्लास में आपको 10 मिनट सिखाई है. ये सब किताबों से भी रिवीजन हो जाना चाहिए. ये बेसिक स्क्रिप्ट्स है जो आपको बेसिकली याद रखनी है, वो बेर मिनिमम है.
Rogers, sir. I will do that. I will do that.
Go to next question.
Kolkata, correction. Question 4. Kolkata radio, copy Chennai radio, Victor Tango, Lima, Oscar, Tango, position over Vatila, route Papa 6 to 8, radial 315, Boeing 737 Heavy, IFR Kolkata to Port Blair, reached Vatila 10 minutes ahead of schedule. revised ETA port player 1140 request changing to Chennai radio.
Go to next question. Almost a very good fire report call, but you didn't mention the name of the report. So that is a big mistake. And otherwise, I can help you get with it. Don't have to say request changing to, you just have to say changing over to Chennai radio. So ये दो
Roger, sir.
errors, major errors हैं, but बाकी सब बहुत अच्छे से किया है. So see, if you try, you are getting there. I'm very happy to see that. But हर बार मैं नहीं रहूंगा 20-30 मिनट तुम्हें बोलने के लिए. ये तुम्हें समझना है. और जो सब बोला है, जो सब अप्लाई किया है, वो अभी उस पर आपको काम करना है.
I will, sir. I will.
Quickly solve question number 5.
Question 5.1. If
Just give me
emergency
true and false for true and false. First four are true and false. Look at the paper carefully.
false, question 1. Question 2,
So what's the correct emergency code?
so it is 7500
So 7600 is for what?
RCF.
Okay, next.
Question 2, true.
Next.
Question 3, true.
Are you sure? Next.
Affirm, sir. Question 4, false.
So what is that bearing called? Measure from magnetic north.
Magnetic bearing.
Next.
Question 5, initial, intermediate, final.
For questions like question number 5, you can read the whole statement and give answer, but you can just write the answers there to make more sense.
Rogers.
Okay, send me your logs and cross-verify question number 3 and tell
Right.
me what is your experience and what is your learning for that day. I want to see how conscious you are.
Rogers. So let me just send a call log first.
कॉल लॉग बाद में भेज दो.
So it was great. If, like overall, what I can understand is that I'm not having that issue of like making the call structure, but I am just making mistakes in the basic details like whom to address, then my call sign and everything, and some basic just errors like the name of the report I'm missing out, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm just making mistakes in back to the fundamentals. That's it.
What is your plan to fix it? Are you done with the problem or is the problem overpowering you?
Right now, so all I can think is just I have to practice more like simpler calls and focus on the basic details that I want to start with before making the call. So I will focus more on that. I hope that will help me.
How about confidence? Remember, I told you all to have confidence.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
See, Chayan, see, now you should be more proud of yourself with respect to having developed an expertise. You have taken the course, you're a student of iCATS, you have done the hard work, you're learning by the book, reading manuals, going through rules of the air, trying to do the exam organically. All this should make you feel an expert when it comes to you being amongst your peers, if your peers are your competition, anyone who is in your position. So out of all those 1,100 and 1,500 people that are going to appear for any one session, you should feel that you are someone who's most eligible to clear the exam. You should have that feeling. And that feeling should give you confidence, and that confidence should reflect in your calls. When you have that confidence, automatically you end up doing less mistakes and more accurate things because that's where the confidence comes from. What are you doubting? Are you doubting yourself because you have not done solved question papers and everybody is doing it? That's the only thing that we have not done. Is that is why you are feeling less on confidence? Then why else will you be feeling less on confidence? You're not a kid. You're not an amateur. You're a professional who's in between his student pilot training phase. It doesn't take away the amount and level of professionalism you will be exhibiting in an airline. So you carry that from now in your personality, in your performance, and you make sure your performance, be it flying, be it exams, be it interviews, it speaks for itself. That's all it is about. That's it. It's not difficult. See, you did it. I got through you. You understood what I was saying. Last two calls were really good. Only very less mistakes, maybe two points gone. At least out of 20, you can get easily 16 or 14. Now that is great. I would be like, ये दो मिस्टेक भी नहीं करते 20 on 20 आ जाता, 18 on 20 आ जाता. बट 14 तो अच्छा है 8 से.
Yes, sir.
इतना ही तो करना है. इस चीज पे ध्यान दो पहले और किसी चीज पे ध्यान नहीं देना.
Absolutely, sir.
हम्म. So any questions for me?
Mm, so just I had one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. So, I there was a question I was solving, and then there it was given like a condition or scenario, like there's a primary altitude failure at flight level 110. So, sir, in that case, if I am not having any kind of RCF, do I need to just make the call like normally, or do I need to just treat it as any kind of urgency or distress? Because in the notes, sir, it's given once altimeter redundancy happens, then only we make the pan call.
See, primary altimeter means out of two altimeters, one has gone. It means we have lost redundancy. The situation comes back to enable RVSM due equipment with RCF. It's a pan called aviation on your own. The word primary is there to confuse you, thinking, oh, is it a primary control surface? Then it's a mayday call. But you think about it. Have I studied it? I need redundancy means the primary and the other altimeter, they both should show the same things. Both. Now, only the primary is not working.
Yes, sir.
But I have the other one. It means I've lost redundancy. So it just enable RVSM due equipment. So this is how you decipher. Instead of what is trying to confuse you, you take it and try to connect it with what we know. Okay, I know two things now. Primary altimeter चला गया जिसके बारे में मैंने पढ़ाई नहीं की है. I've not studied about it. But only one altimeter is gone. The primary word primary control surface से लेकर है और किसी से लेकर नहीं है. Okay, I have this clarity. Everything in the question is guiding me towards something more that I'm not prepared for. But is it the truth? Not really, because what is more connecting here, the more connecting thought is altimeter redundancy only, because only one altimeter has failed. Both altimeter failed में शायद मेरे बोल सकते, फिर भी आप ऑल्टीट्यूड कहाँ से लोगे? आप पहले यहाँ से निकलोगे ही, बाहर निकलोगे एंड डिसेंड मांगोगे, रेडार वेक्टरिंग मांगोगे. Luckily, you will have a radio altimeter when you are closer to the ground. तो वहां तो ऑल्टीट्यूड मिलेगा, तो लैंडिंग तो हमारी हो जाएगी। हमें सिर्फ लेवल चेंज एंड लेवल मेंटेन में प्रॉब्लम होने वाली है, जहाँ दूसरे एयरक्राफ्ट के साथ हमारे इंटरसेक्शंस हो सकते हैं and जो नहीं होने चाहिए। तो वहां पे भी हम डेविएट करके सबको साइड में करेगा ATC एंड हमको फटाफट नीचे लेके आएगा। तो वो भी मेड इन ही होगा, पैन पैन होगा हमारे लिए।
Roger, sir.
ऐसा, सो यू
Understood.
ट्राई टू मेक योर ओन लॉजिक देयर व्हेन यू आर सुपर कंफ्यूज्ड। अभी मैं बता रहा हूँ, आपको इसी बेसिस पे एनालाइज करके अपना कॉल लेना है। ये सब करके भी अगर आप मेडे ले रहे हो, तो एज अ पायलट आप ज्यादा ही ध्यान दे रहे हो इस सिचुएशन पे। इंक्वायरी भी होगी तो आपको कोई ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। आप बोलोगे आई फेल्ट दैट मे बी आई एम लूजिंग altitude टू सडनली, बट वो तो फील हो जाता है ड्रॉप से। तो आप बोलोगे कि सेंसिटिव था, ट्रैफिक बहुत थी, आई एम अवेयर देयर इज एन एयरक्राफ्ट अबाव बिहाइंड बिलो, 5 और 6 स्लॉट हमारे बिजी हैं, सो आई डेंट वांट टू रिस्क इट, 500 फीट का भी मैं रिस्क करूँ और कोई दूसरा एयरक्राफ्ट ट्रांसमिटिंग ब्लाइंड कर रहा हो, RCF कर रहा हो। चलो मुझे पता है बिकॉज वो सेम कंट्रोल फ्रीक्वेंसी पे ट्रांसमिट कर रहा होगा। बट व्हाट इफ किसी ने नहीं ध्यान दिया, कोई डेविएट करके बैठा है और मैं 500 फीट भी ऊपर नीचे कर रहा हूँ। दे आर इन द राइट प्लेस, वी आर इन द रॉन्ग प्लेस, बट बोथ आर एट द राइट प्लेस फॉर अ रॉन्ग थिंग। तो बोल सकते हैं आई मेड अ मेड, बट जनरली ये पैन पैन ही होगा। मेड तब है जब आप ऑलमोस्ट आर गोइंग टू क्रैश, ऑलमोst nothing is in your control, and no matter how hard you try, you're not able to reach to an airport for a controlled landing. That is Mayday. 30 to 40% ऑफ मेडे में आप शायद बच सकते हो, बाकी मेडे में फोर्स लैंडिंग या क्रैश लैंडिंग हो सकता है। आयल से लैंडिंग के बाद तो आप बच जाओगे।
Sir, CFIT तो वो भी like also comes under Mayday, right?
CFIT जब होता है ना, तो ब्लैक बॉक्स के थ्रू ही पता चलता है, पीपल आर नॉट अलाइव टू मेक अ कॉल। CFIT जब होता है ना, अचानक से होता है। मेडे के बाद अगर CFIT हो रहा है तो वो एक पॉसिबिलिटी है, बट मेजर CFITs जो इंडस्ट्री में हुए हैं, वो बिना किसी मेडे कॉल के हुए हैं। अ नॉर्मल फ्लाइट अचानक से क्रैश्ड इन अ माउंटेन हिल, व्हाई व्हाई वर पायलट्स नॉट अवेयर। ये मेरे वाला CFIT एक हो सकता है कि आई एम क्रैशिंग क्रैशिंग एंड अनेबल टू फोर्स लैंड ऑन ग्राउंड एंड देन आई रन इनटू टेरेन। जनरली CFIT इज अ कंट्रोल फ्लाइट इन टेरेन। तो फ्लाइट कंट्रोल में है तो पैन पैन कॉल CFIT हो सकता है। मेडे इज वेरी लेस लाइकली टू हैपन इन CFIT।
Hmm.
होगा, हुआ होगा, बट उसको CFIT नहीं बोलते, फिर उसको क्रैश बोलता है। CFIT is one where the pilot has all control on the aircraft, no major issue. Suddenly they have run into terrain. ऐसा अचानक से कोई आ गया सामने। समझ रहे हो? ये पर्सनली बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई एम डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च ऑन CFIT, सो इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन। कहाँ से आया तुम्हारे दिमाग में?
So like I watched like a lot of movies and YouTube videos, documentaries.
They really increase your understanding. It's good. One should invest time in looking at good documentaries. Yeah, it's good.
So like
मूवीज में भी अच्छा आइडिया मिलता है कि समथिंग दैट विल नेवर हैपन, अगर वो हुआ तो क्या होगा। एंड डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज एक्चुअली आर लाइक दैट, वेरी गुड।
so you like I was just like watching a lot of videos about the aircraft crash and all, and there are a lot to learn from all the things that the pilots, the experienced pilots made and all. It's a lot to learn from that. The other day I was watching I think I forgot the year, the Japan Airlines 123, the bulkhead pressure head was just it was gone away, like, and then the accident happened and all.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, before joining aviation, I remember we didn't have this OTT on demand, so every show had used to come at a particular time. So aircraft investigations used to come on National Geographic, and we used to
Yes, sir.
wait to watch it. And torrent and all, we could have gotten it, but we didn't have it then. Downloads, videos, and it was very different compared to now. So I remember, in my small diary, making notes, writing the name of the lead investigator, and I was like, okay, I want to become this guy. That was my first like. So when you retire, what do you want to become? So I want to become an expert, someone like this. So they go to the crash site, they recreate the whole plane from all the crash material. It's
Yes, sir.
amazing, like unbelievable how they investigate.
It's genius, sir.
Yeah, that's why aviation is safe because planning, design, execution, and operation and maintenance and regulation, everything is top notch.
Yes, sir.
Because it's regulated by ICAO, it is still safe in India. If India would have been given complete authority, then if we don't have competent people like ICAO, then we would have had more accidents. This is the whole simple play. So for us, it is very important that we don't take it for granted. Okay, every day 10,000 people are doing safe flights, and 365 days a year we have had successful flights, as in no crashes. That is what we want.
Yes, sir.
That is what we want. We cannot say, अरे 10,000 में से एक ही crash हुआ है ना. We cannot say that. No,
Mm,
we are not doing a job where even one failure is acceptable. फिर भी आपको एग्जाम्स में 70% मांग रहे हैं, 100 भी नहीं मांग रहे हैं, क्योंकि बाकी 30% डिजाइन में जा रहा है, आईकाओ देख रहा है, ट्रेनिंग में जा रहा है, एयरक्राफ्ट डिजाइन में जा रहा है, जो $multi-million इक्विपमेंट है हमारा. तो इस केस में मैं चाहता हूँ कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जितने भी है उसको उस लेवल पे समझे और अपना 100% दे. कम नहीं दे, ज्यादा दे.
exactly, sir.
सिंपल है. You do that now and you stay happy for the rest of your life. If something goes wrong, you'll not there to recover from there. You'll not be there to recover from there. If you are recovering from that, then there will be an investigation and maybe you'll lose your job. If there's no investigation, if you have saved people and then you get your job back, then you will be okay. My training helped me, my performance helped me. Are you getting?
Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Affirm, sir.
Someone who's meeting an accident is also trained. Someone is lucky, someone is unlucky. But those things we cannot control. What we can control is, am I doing 100% or not? Simple, without any pressure, with a lot of passion. See,
Affirm, sir.
the way I ride bikes and cars, if the same way I'm going to ride my plane, then I should not be sitting in the cockpit.
Mm,
Personally, I should have that awareness. So flying a plane is different, flying a bike is different, flying a car is different. Or driving a car, sorry. So when you're in the cockpit, you forget how what you are, and you remember that you have a responsibility to maintain 100% accuracy in your takeoff, in your en route, and in your landing, in your communications, in your checks, in your awareness of the situation. बस वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप हर चीज आप करोगे ना, आपका ओवरऑल मिशन डिपार्चर टू अराइवल विल बी सक्सेसफुल. इफ यू गो रॉन्ग एनीवेयर, कम्युनिकेशन, मॉनिटरिंग, परफॉर्मेंस, मेडिकल, खुद का, देन एक चीज गड़बड़, सब गड़बड़ हो सकता है. इट्स लाइक दैट.
it's like a domino effect, sir. If one thing
Yeah,
falters, everything falters.
definitely. So, any more questions?
Negative, sir.
So, see, you have it in you and you are ready to do it. I don't know what's keeping you away, but don't allow yourself to do it. Focus on the weather deviation example. That deviations, I don't really have to just follow the script, it should be logical also. And whenever I'm following scripts, I follow the script completely. Like name of the report, I say the report name. That was missing. FIR report. I was glad कि इनको समझा है, चाहे इनको बहुत अच्छे से समझा है, बट मिस मत करो ना वो चीज़. क्यों? सिंपल है, रिपोर्ट है, पता है रिपोर्ट में मैंडेटरी क्या है. नेम द रिपोर्ट.
Rogers.
Route से request to change over and always have a plan to rejoin the route and only then make the call for deviation. हम थोड़ा और कम सोच के कॉल लिए हैं, थोड़ा सा और सोचेंगे तो और एक्यूरेट हो जाएगा. एग्जाम्स में ऐसे क्वेश्चंस एक्सपेक्ट करना है कि मैं खुद से सोच के कॉल में एक्स्ट्रा चीजें डाल के खुद से ले रहा हूँ, है ना. सो आई
Affirm,
वांट
sir.
टू सी यू डू दैट एंड नेक्स्ट पेपर इज गोइंग टू बी टफर.
Affirm, sir.
ठीक है.
Affirm, sir.
तो मोस्टली 21st. ओके.
Ro-
पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 बोथ.
Rogers.
कोई टाइम रेस्ट्रिक्शंस रहेंगे पहले बता देना, पहले
Sir, can
लाइक.
I share one thing with you?
या प्लीज.
Sir, actually, I was talking to some like students who gave RTR in Hyderabad attempt,
हाँ.
and I was like hearing from them the experience like they had after going to the part one, and they were telling me while you give appear for the part one exam, there are like 6, 7 other students also in the hall. But one thing I have a doubt is that if like all the people are around me are just transmitting at the same time, like what the disturbances, I don't know how to cope up with that.
See, there was a student who could not hear what the examiner was saying because outside there was a band baja and everything was happening. So we work in a live environment and it's always noisy. You have to focus. Initially, when you're sitting with the examiner, you check what you can hear, what you cannot hear, and you can do readability check. You can just, sir, before we start, can you just tell me how do you read? And sir, I just want to do that. He'll say five. You say, I read you five too, sir. Even if he says after, even if you say this after he says start transmitting, you can just do this informally. Once you and him can hear each other, then you have nothing to worry about other people. Now think of it as people who work in a call center or people who are addressing a lot of calls in an office, which is not a call center. Now people generally have this much of cubicle only, जिसमें मैं बैठा हूँ, and they just have this much of partition. That's it, this much, if anything. It is not protected for sound. It just gives you a private station. You can look at the other person, you can look at the other person. They all are talking to people at the same time. 100
Hmm.
people talking. But it's not a disturbance because you have headsets that are directly directing you. अगर आप एक फोन पे ऐसे बात करोगे ना आपको डिस्टर्ब होगा. दो हेडसेट्स लगाते हैं तो कम डिस्टरबेंस होता है. माइक आपके पास है, आपको चिल्लाने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो इस हिसाब से हल्की हल्की आवाज आएगी, बट दूसरों के कॉल्स आपको समझ में नहीं आएंगे. ध्यान से
Right.
सुनोगे तो शायद एक आध का सुन लोगे, बट उतना टाइम नहीं होगा बिकॉज आपका सारा फोकस आपके पेपर पे होगा. So
Affirm, sir.
generally it's something not to worry about. But if things are noisy, then you check with ATC, tells them, sir, ये बहुत noisy है sir, मुझे ऐसे सुनाई नहीं देगा. I will not be able to write it. I'm sorry, can we just fix this? See if they can fix this at that time. Then once it's ready, even if your timer is begun, it's okay. Then you begin. That's one thing you can do to prevent if you have extreme disturbance.
Affirm, sir.
Otherwise, don't worry about it.
So like in that scenario, can I intervene between the call? Like I'm having too much noise, interference and all.
Say, excuse me, sir, sorry to interrupt, experiencing interference. So you use it in RT way. Excuse me, sir, read you two, experiencing interference. Say again. In between, sir. In between, I'm saying experiencing two. Or you can simulate it in the call also. You can say Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Charlie, radio two, experiencing interference. Or experiencing static interference. Something like that. You can do it both ways, informally or formally. You can go for formal way also.
Roger, sir.
दूसरे लोग क्या बोलते हैं मुझे बताना बट डोंट लेट इट बॉदर यू एट ऑल यू जस्ट follow the training and follow my instructions. The instructions are such that if you follow all of them to the core, then you are meant to clear in your first attempt. The course is designed like that. So many people have done it.
Absolutely, sir.
100% तो नहीं किया है फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में. पहले था 100% बट अब 80% तो हो गया होगा बट इट्स स्टिल सो मेनी पीपल आर डूइंग इवन यू कैन डू इट.
Yes,
It's
sir.
still in the higher range. I think 75-80% people are clearing first attempt. You can also do it. तो बस
Affirm,
उस
sir.
पर फोकस रखो, जो पढ़ाया है अभी भी मौका है, कर सकते हो आप.
Affirm, sir.
And if anybody else tells you anything, check it with me before stressing yourself out or before believing, okay? Giving you
Affirm,
one
sir.
extra day tomorrow. Prepare well, part one, part two, both. We will do both practice 21st. Okay?
Affirm, sir. Affirm, sir.
Any questions?
Negative, sir.
Chalo, overall good job. At least you learned midway. Now please stick to that. And
Thank
keep
you,
the
sir.
discussions on with me on chat.
I'll work on it, sir. Definitely.
Be confident and feel like an expert. समझ रहे हो ना? You deserve it. You have done it. मेहनत क्या है? You just have to like show it now.
Thank you, sir. I'll work on it, sir. Definitely.
Chalo. All the best. See you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Wish you the same.